the migrants' parents should have stopped emphasizing on the migrant culture being kept alive in the host country. We left our countries of origin for several reasons. The culture we were being brought up with, those cultures have several bad effects. Several. We had no freedom of thought, no freedom of conscience, no freedom of anything, even no freedom of religion even. So when we came to the Western countries, we came here primarily for freedom, and obviously there are secondary reasons like financial reasons. We came here to flourish as human beings, but it seems that we tend to forget that. We can be proud of our certain aspects of our culture, but we forget that our kids who are born or brought up here, they are either British, Canadian, American, and they have to integrate. So the culture they are brought to or born in, that's their culture. My child is not a Bangladeshi child. My child is a British child. So I have to teach him that you are British. Because my son asked me, my youngest one, Dad, am I Bangladeshi? I said, no, you are not Bangladeshi. You are Bengali by ethnicity, but you're a British kid. You speak Bengali, that's good enough as your second language, but you don't have to, really have a perfection in singing Bengali song. You don't have to have perfection in dancing Bengali dancing or reciting Bengali poetry, because if you do that, if you have the Bengali culture and literature in your head, then what's going to happen is you will never be able to get out of that psyche, or that psyche of you being a migrant. So to get out of the psyche that you are a migrant, you have to start thinking like a British kid. The kids who are born and brought up here, the migrant kids, or the children of the migrants, they are under serious pressure. They're under pressure to learn the origin or the language of their parents' origin. They have to learn Arabic if they're Muslims. They have to be Hindu or Muslim, or they have to remember, I cannot eat beef, I cannot eat pork, and they have to speak English when they're at schools. And they are minorities everywhere. They are minority at home, they are minority at school, they are minority outside. So we have to get rid of all that. I appreciate that you may learn for the purpose of learning foreign culture, but as a migrant myself, I think that has serious bad implications. And I believe it's about time we should stop, teaching ourselves that we have to keep our origins alive. No, we don't have to. We don't have to. We have to stop looking for hilsa fish. We have to start getting used to salmon or trout at our homes, even for our kids' sake, and even for our taste bud. We have to change our taste bud. We have to stop watching television from Bangladesh more, and we have to start watching soap dramas on British television or Western television network more. That's when our children will feel they belong here. But otherwise, what they will see, that when they are bringing their fellow schoolmates home, their schoolmates will say, you know what, you're different. And your son or your daughter will start thinking the same. You know what, I'm different. So they will start hanging out with their fellow Bangladeshi kids, even in Britain. And there will be an invisible barrier between the mainstream and the minority migrant community. That will never solve any problem. Then, when they're on the internet, they will have people talking from their parents' home in Bangladesh or on Middle East. And if they're Islamic, because Muslim countries have serious hatred, no matter what you say, against the West. So they will start brainwashing them. You know what? This is the land of the majority rule. They will never treat you as equal. So to establish equality, you have to follow the unseen utopia of Islamic Caliphate Rashidin rule. So Islam is the only way to solve it. And before they know, they will be brainwashed with the Arabic fascist culture. And they will engage in terrorism and extremism. And that's the end of your child's free life. So my friends, stop teaching your emphasizing or stop emphasizing on learning the origin culture, rather emphasize on accepting and learning the host culture. That's the way forward.